Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim. This is a Cash Killing AC Sports Report. I was away in Atlantic City on Friday night and yesterday and this afternoon and just got back. I wanted to make a video about the one thing that's been happening, or the one huge thing that happened. The other night, Carlos Zambrano gives up 5 home runs, basically throws at a batter, gets ejected, and then at the end of the game cleans out his locker and tells the Cubs people, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. I'm done. And I'm retiring. That's basically what he told him. Now, his agent has since said that he reacted, but the Cubs placed him on the disqualified list. They're going to keep him out for the next 30 days, which should take you up to a week or two left in the season, sometime in there, and who knows what happens at that point. Zambrano this season, 9-7 with a 4.82 ERA. Last year, he had a horrible first half, but a strong second half actually got him down to a 3.33 ERA. I mean, this is basically what it comes down to. This guy is a I gotta think of the right way to phrase it. He's a cancer to this team, and it's as simple as that. He's a nut job with a ton of talent who's not living up to his potential, and he has 1 year left here on his contract worth $18.5 million. I think what the best thing that the Cubs could do is just eat that money and say see ya. Because with this incident, they basically said, okay, we're not going to let you play, which basically means he has no value on the trade market. So, or else they would have tried doing a waiver trade or something, and if he did, they diminished it by doing this. So I think that they will end up, if they're smart, which, I mean, the Cubs have not done a ton of smart things over the past few seasons. If they're smart, they will release him, eat that 18.5 for 1 year, and say, you know what, it gets one of the bad cultures out of our locker room, and it allows us to begin moving forward. He might even have a value the way Albert Hainsworth did, if there was an MLB draft that actually draft picks meant something in a trade, or B, the money was paid off. Albert Hainsworth, the thing was, everyone said, well, who's going to want to pick up that contract? He only got $40 million guaranteed. The Redskins paid that all basically within the first year, and probably about $30 million, and then the other $10 million they paid him all in the second season. So basically all the money was paid off on the contract, so they could have released him for nothing. Instead, they trade him to the Patriots. He reworks his deal basically, and he'll be making a much smaller amount of money. The thing with Zambrano is he's still making $18.5 million next year. And that's the type of money you give to someone who's in a Cy Young contention. And while he was good last year, 333 is not Cy Young contention. The year before that, in 09, 377. That's definitely not worth that much money. The year before that, 391, 395, 341. I mean, you see the years in 05 and prior to that. I mean, 01 in his first couple games, he was awful. But after that, you see how he got this contract. But that's why it's dangerous to give it to someone with this type of personality, is because you don't know what he has, whether he'll just one day lose it like he appears to now. He's not in great shape. I mean, he's been a better hitter for the Cubs probably during the course of his contract than he's been a pitcher. I mean, it's that simple. And I think that the Cubs are not going to contend next year. If they felt like they could contend and they could get this guy to a point where you could say, okay, play for us this 1 year, then yeah, that would make sense. Cubs aren't contending next year. Let's be real. Even if they don't have the money to go get Pujols, but let's say that they did, because that's been a rumor that the Chicago homers and the national media have tried to bring up. Even if they did, I don't think they'd be a serious contender next season. I mean, I guess they could contend in the NL Central, but that's not going to happen. Zambrano, release him. I think a likely landing spot, unfortunately for the Cubs, is actually inside the division with the St. Louis Cardinals. It makes a lot of sense because Wainwright's a free agent at the end of this year. He's going to want a lot of money, and coming off Tommy John surgery, I'd be surprised if the Cardinals give it to him. For Zambrano, it's going to be a chance within the division to beat this guy, or to beat the Cubs organization and team. And Dave Duncan, their pitching coach, is one of the best pitching coaches in the MLB. He does a tremendous job working with pitchers, so I think Zambrano feels like it could be a chance to get him back on target. So, Carlos Zambrano, you got a lot of work to do. Most people do not like you. I think you have a ton of talent. You need to get your temper under control. Look, the guy's only 30, so we'll have to see where his career goes. But right now, it looks like it's headed directly down.